Okay, so when you hunt for records at antique malls, vendor malls, a new month means that you have new hope of finding killer vinyl records. And so I went to hit my local places. First, the smallest place called The Wagon. So there was a booth full of $1 CDs, all kinds of greatest hits by mainstream groups, and a lot of rather men 90s stuff. These people never heard of alternative, never heard of punk. There was this rockabilly guitar play along book, so I could learn how to play some of my favorite songs like Blue Suede Shoes, but the book was in just appalling, disgusting condition. This picture doesn't really even do it justice. And then next to it, we had rock guitar songs for dummies. So in case playing the Stray Cats is too advanced for me, I can learn how to play the Beatles. I can learn how to play Jimi Hendrix. I can learn how to play Van Halen.
Okay, we're at Trends and Treasures for the May visit, and early on, I had run across a box of old 45 vinyls, $20, that I've never seen before. Early senses is probably going to be the kind of stuff I don't want. Yeah, it's like the usual 60s pop and country, but I'll come back if there's anything worth looking at. So here are the most interesting 45s in that box, but probably not enough to get it. Rivera's from Dixon, Tennessee. I've actually found that record before. Another one I found before, Hollywood Argyles. I think Alley was the hit. This is actually one of these records that's not as cool as it looks, with the local address and parallel lines. Early Night Ranger single, Don't Tell Me You Love Me, because I don't want to know. Ruth Brown on Atlantic. Johnny Bond on Starday. And then this is a record I found before, Les Cooper and the Soul Rockers.
All right, here's the old-timey stuff with the old-timey turntable and the old-timey piano rolls. Neither are for me.
Alright, these are theoretically new, although this is the same booth that had a disco, so I'm wondering if these are just the ones in the disco. And at $1.50, they're actually going to have to be something I really want. Here are the interesting ones that I'm going to look up, and I might come back for it at some point. I have a feeling I've looked up some of these in the past and don't remember much about them.
Do not do it on purpose. Do not do that.
So I'm wondering about Terry Ray Bradford from Jonesboro, Arkansas. Finders. This is autographed by Jan and Jim Albritton.
I know it's sometimes hard to tell from my cell phone video, but a lot of these records look terrible but clean up well, and some of these I have to reject because they're just not going to be playable even if I clean them. And here's a few examples.
Here's a new pin of records. Looks like mainstream 70s comps. And Get ready. Alice Cooper goes up to 18. They wrote all over Prince. Kiss Alive to $12.99. It's probably thrashed. You guys have any punk? Teddy Reynolds and the Twisters. Sound like Twist. Oh, there's Paul McCartney, Asia, Peter Frampton, K-Tel, Minute Corner. Yeah, this is like the most standard box of records. Beat Up Boston, the second one. 100. Yeah. Boomer.
All right, so I'm going to look up some of the interesting 45s from Trends and Treasures because my phone doesn't work in there. I did that when I scored like the Ferris Wilder and the Chuck Harridan, the Anteaters, like a year and a half ago. But I'm going to go check out Peddler's Mall.
So there's been some turnover here. This is a different kind of Fred Smith here. Like a Southern humor guy. Rubbentrauer. Rick Wakeman, Gary Wright. Oh, Stacy Q. Jefferson Starship. There's possibly a new box of records. A bunch of 45s for $10 in a priority mailbox. You got Three Dog Night right at the top. So there's a bunch of kids' Peter Pan records, which I have no interest in. We have the Battle Hymn, Lieutenant Kelly. Don't think I'm interested in that. By C Company. Guess that's for your Sergeant Barry Sadler crowd. Bama Echoes sound interesting. Berkeley Kites sound interesting. Giant Crab on the Uni label. Cannon Brothers on Event Records. Some stuff to look up to see if this is worth $10. Yeah, the only thing that's kind of semi-valuable is this Pop Psych record by Giant Crab. Believe it or not, Lady of Purple. It's like an $8, but it's not quite enough to make me buy this box of records. Oh, look, but he's got the 45s. Oh, 10 for $1. You know, these are going to be the ones that no one wants. We'll have to look through them though, because that's what we do. Some of these records are these 10 for $1 bundles. So I'm cherry picking what I think are the best 6 of these 10 for $1. Some of these are records I've seen before. They've been in boxes where the box was too expensive to buy, but now they're not too expensive to buy. So early May, checking out, and there's actually been some turnover at both Peddler's Mall. You saw I just picked up 60 singles for $6. A lot of those have been sitting around for years at $1 a piece or inside a box, and now I've gone ahead and gotten them. All right. I got these 10 bundles of records. You can see records $1 each. And we need to free the records from their prison inside these plastic ties. All right. And so bundle number 1. Let me look for the interesting records. I'm not going to show them all to you, but we got
Paralyzed by the legendary Starboard Cowboy. That was in the red box, of course. Underwater by the Frogmen, sort of a surfy rock instrumental song. Clap Your Hands by the Beaumarks. So this is early 60s rock and roll from Montreal. The second bundle here. 10 records, $1 each. And so that Misfits record that ended up in these bundles here. So of course this is and Roy Brown, Don't Break My Heart, A Man with the Blues on House of the Blues Records. A different label variant sold for like $27. And then of course we got these damn Paul Anka records. I've learned that you have to check all your Paul Anka records. You just can't ignore them because there's like one like Paul Anka Northern Soul out there. Of course, that's not it. All right, let's look at some more of these bundles here. So this one's got the Shalimar on one side, the Harvey Scales and the Seven Sounds on the other, which was in the red box, and I'm now finding like copies of it all over the place. And so, okay, Shalimar. So Love Itis by Harvey Scales and the Seven Sounds. Bobby Sherman. There's Bobby Sherman records all over the place. I can make like a Bobby Sherman lot. Even some stuff I found last year, I got like Bobby Sherman back of cereal box stuff, and I don't want any of it. This batch right here, like the interesting looking one in bundle number 4. Bundle number 4, let's free bundle number 4. Let's free bundle number 4. And so I bought, this is probably of these 60 records, this is probably the most valuable one. So this is Blues 1958, Magic Sam, Everything Gonna Be Alright, and Look What You Done on the Cobra label. I believe the Cobra label was out of Chicago. More Bobby Sherman. This Quick from 1983 is sort of like this electro funk out of Nashville, probably the second best record in that particular batch. Bundle number 5, you see something by Decca out in front there. Alright, it's Webb Pierce. And then you gotta check the goddamn Paul Anka just to make sure it's not the Valuable Northern Soul. It's not. And it's another copy of the legendary Space Cowboy. And yet another Paul Anka record you gotta check to make sure it's not the Valuable Northern Soul. It's not. And then here's a VJ. Detroit Bob's Excited, but I don't. It's Nancy Love. It's actually like a $25 record, R&B. It's probably the second best one after the Magic Sam. finally got the sixth and final bundle. $1 each. And we freed them. Magic Lanterns on this Atlantic promo. Yeah, this like 3 copies of this in like one day. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly why I bought that particular bundle. And we will be heading back to Trends and Treasures because I had videoed those singles I was thinking about. You know, you can't get any reception in that building, and there's a bunch of ones I should buy, and there's one absolute killer in there. We'll make you wait to see what the killer is. I have fallen and I can't get up. And so we're going back into Trends and Treasures. We're going to get the valuable records I spotted earlier. You may have remembered a few years ago I did this for like Ferris Wilder, Chuck Herrod, and the Anteaters out of a $1 pile. These will be out of a $1.50 pile, but I've got one that's an even better find. So I get back to the booth. Stuff's been rearranged. There's the 78s. The 45s are now sitting on a box on the floor. Hopefully the records I want to buy are still in there. There's my Rekkids. So we'll go through them again. We've got Sidewinder by the Sidewinders. Pretty much all of these are $10 and up, except for the one that is a couple that are local interest. One of them is a 3-figure record. Try to guess which one it is. Billy Martin. Jan and Jim Elbritton signed. Heel Off Jamboree. Woman If I Can't Have You. Terry Lee Bradley. Can't Go Dancing. Terry Lee Bradley. I'm trying to remember which one is the A side. Red Rain and Green Eyes. Long Summer Days by Roger Lambert on the Plain American label. There's another Roger Lambert in a bit. This one, this is a mystery meat one. Jared Lynn and the Kentucky Playboys on Inez Records. Sweet Stuff by Sylvia on Vibration. Thick vinyl. Here's the other Roger Lambert, Memory Records of Nashville, Mississippi Delta Queen. And I'd Laugh to Hide a Teardrop. Kelly Records, It's Alright. No Change in Heart by Thomas Oldham. This is the killer, Thomas Oldham on Kelly Records from Georgia. Rockabilly Meets the Beatles, 1967 on Discogs, $300.
Baby, it's alright. You wanna hold me tight. Baby, love me, smooth on your mind. I like the way you walk. I like the way you talk. Baby, hold my hand. Say you understand. Baby, love me, I'm your loving man. Girl, one more time.
I found like 3 copies of this record today. Lovitis and Get Down by Harvey Scales and The Seven Sounds. 2 of my 10 for $1 packets have one of those in there. Cover of 96 Tears by the Mysterians by this band called Peace and Love on Juke. Peaches and Cream by the Ikettes. And See the Light by the Ashes of Dawn on this now to be canceled Brave Records label. KO Records. The Orientals, Please Come Back Again.
Now I'm trapped inside the antique mall. I don't want to go back out to my car right now.